Okay, so this is definitely something that I've struggled with for years, like years and years and years now. Like even before I was ever on YouTube or online, I've always had this huge struggle between the teacher and the human. And every once in a while, maybe every year, maybe every 6 months, I will check in with myself and ask myself, how much am I being the human and how much am I being the teacher? And recently, I've really thought to myself, I feel like I want to bring in more of my human into the public facing, and then it overwhelms me. So one of the things that I've been thinking about is a sub YouTube channel where it's kind of like this. It's kind of like me talking about my struggles, talking about my human. And in my mind, when I think about starting a brand new YouTube channel and all of the content that needs to go into that, it's impossible. I just don't have the time throughout my week to fit something else in on top of all of the other things. So now, just kind of sitting here and meditating and thinking about things and checking in with myself, I realized that it's not a sub YouTube channel that I'm needing and craving. It's not a human outlet. It is and it isn't. I think what it is reforming the way that I present myself and reforming the boundaries within these two aspects of myself. And I don't know why it makes me want to cry almost. I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm literally living two different lifetimes at the same time. And it's like one always gets imbalanced. So it's an ever constant battle. Not even battle, but it's just work. It's a lot of work. I feel like recently online I want to bring in my human. Like I want people to know that I'm just this weird, goofy, silly, kind of a clusterfuck, of a human, right? But then in the same video, I will be the teacher and I will teach some fucking dope ass, real ass shit that's not mine at all, right? And I think the problem, especially more and more people see my videos, they assume that everything within that, 45-minute video is the teacher, is the truth, is the real stuff, and it's not. And that is getting some lines blurred because ultimately, definitely not half, but maybe 25% of that 45-minute video is my human, And I think that my human attributes are nice to bring into the video. Or else I wouldn't have that, beautiful, bubbly, excitable, kind of inner child side of me that gets very excited, right, about the teacher, about the information that comes through, because I don't know, right? My human, my 28-year-old human has no idea what the teacher has. My human is this, 3D, one way, one existence, 28 years worth of, and I am an observer, and I probably am, maybe more aligned than the average human, but still this human is so limited. And, maybe my human comes across a clip of information, or maybe my human really loves to watch something, and then I'll bring it into my 45-minute teaching video, and people will misinterpret this stuff coming from my human as, right, the truth. And it's not right? It literally, it's not that I'm doing anything wrong. It's that I need to start taking full fucking responsibility over how I present myself. So part of it is other people perceiving me in a certain way, which is fine because everyone is open to their own perceptions. But at the same time, I need to start taking at least more accountability, more responsibility for how people take in and perceive and observe the information that I present in these videos. And I think what would be best in general, and I've started to make this switch over, but I think what would be best is to completely have teaching videos being, only downloads and and nothing else, right? And just excluding this. Once again, I don't really have time to start a human thing. I would consider this video a human thing because this is the way that my mind works. And I feel like I have to figure this stuff out all the time. But I feel like I need to start taking responsibility for this 25%. But if I'm going to be Xing out my human in these videos and these teachings, then I need to be having a human outlet in another way, right? Or else my human's not going to feel seen or heard or respected. Interesting. I just got the message that I can show up and be more human in my relationship, right? Let's just draw Nat over here. She gets to wear a dress. Yeah, I can have more of my human show up in my relationship because what's happening is that I become too much of the teacher in my relationship. And that is not, I don't know if you guys are in relationships, but that's a big no. That's not a good thing, right? And that separates me from that human to human connection in the relationship. So by really stepping into this and only this, and I just want to say too, and just I'm speaking to myself here, but being the best teacher, and I've said this over and over and over again, it requires balance, right? And the balance between female and male, okay? And then also the balance between the light and the dark is being a good teacher. It really is, right? I've said this many times, but if we only focus on the light, we're not a teacher. We're in 3D. We're still polarized. If we only focus on the dark, we're still 3D. We're polarized. So I need to maintain the balance within my human. If I don't have balance within my human as a teacher, I'm not going to be a good teacher. I'm going to be coming from a place of lack, of ulterior motives, of wanting to be seen and heard. If my human is not seen and heard, my teacher will be completely out of whack and inauthentic. It's just being aware of those things. So this is the most important, right? And I think that bringing 25% of my human into the teachings is my human screaming out to be seen and heard more, right? And I think that I do a lot of human things in my day-to-day, but I don't think that I'm fully aware, like I'm so consciously aware when I'm in session with a client, right? I'm so consciously aware when I'm in an interview and I'm talking about the teachings. I'm so consciously aware of, my meditations and what I'm pulling through. I'm so aware of my videos and what's coming through. And even in the relationship, I'm so aware of what is she learning? Is she making the right decisions? How can I help her make better decisions? How can I help her with the lessons? She learns in such a divine feminine way. She needs to experience it for herself. So me telling her what the solution is as a teacher, it doesn't help. And ultimately, it fucking undermines the human every single time. It undermines Elizabeth, right? I mean, probably should just label that. So I want to make a switch. I want to have these clear boundaries. And it's tough, man. It's tough because all I want to do is just learn the lessons and move forward and do the things that I have to do to reach more people, to get out there, to help change the world, to go, 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 go. Oh my God, it's like never ending, right? And in a lot of ways, when I step into this energy of the teacher, I want things to happen so fast that I keep myself on this hamster wheel. And if I know me and I know my soul, I know that my contracts aren't go, go, go. I know that I've allowed myself some time to relax, to let go, to be a human, to fucking just enjoy the weather in Southern California every day, you know, those kind of things. So it's literally, this is my battle. This has always been my battle, lifetime after lifetime on this planet. So I need to just bring the awareness into Elizabeth. And all of you, if you're watching, I don't know if I'm going to even post this, but if you're watching this, you need to realize that I do bring my 28-year-old self into my videos every week. And there are things that I get excited about and things that I enjoy, and, you know, and it's not just all the truth, right? So I'm wrong as well. I make mistakes. I mean, that 28-year-old is a part of who you're witnessing and watching and learning from. Just be aware that this has limitations in a beautiful fucking way, right? But this does. So take everything with a grain of salt. Question everything, you know, that you see and witness. Even stuff from the Galactic Federation, once again, they're just individual incarnated beings, all learning their own lessons, all with their own limitations. It may not be a 3D limitation, right? It may be a fucking 8D limitation, but they still have limitations. They're still struggling and battling, but on more complex levels. Right? This is just binary. Man, think about dealing with 5 different levels, you know, of complex equations and activations and teachings and whatever it may be. Existence, right? The laws of existence change when you get into higher dimension densities. So anyway, I think this was a good video. I think I really needed to just talk it out and release this thing I always hit. This is a wall that I always hit. And I don't want to bring people into these teachings and have the assumption that they are 100% the truth all the time because of this beautiful little, you know, incomplete linear being, right? It's really funny. So anyway, life's a trip, but I truly I just love life so much. And I hope all of you, once again, if you are watching this, also feel that connection to life and experience and, you know, and just joy, just unconditional love for existence and where you're at and the world around you and all of the changes and all of the fear that we get to face and once again become the best teacher, become the master of this reality. This is like our final big test before we enter into this new era, and we're being pushed to be the most complete individual, not the best teacher. It's not about that. The most complete individual. The balance and alignment of both or all of your counterparts. All right, thanks guys. Love you.